Hi, I'm Bree, and today I'm making cinnamon rolls out of my grandma's recipe box. I've already made cinnamon rolls before, but she has several different versions, and different recipe cards, so I'm going to be working through those. Um, this one actually uses this yellow cake box, so we're going to try it out. Hopefully it's good. We'll see. Okay, I'm back and I found all the ingredients. Got them all lined up on my counter, so we should be ready to go now. Okay, so it says pour warm water in medium bowl and stir in yeast. So it says 2.5 cups of warm water. That's easily done. And immediately already I'm glad I got this big bowl because that would have probably filled up my smaller mixing bowl. It says 2 packages of active dry yeast. So I had to Google some measurements because I buy my yeast in bulk. If you do that, it ended up being 4.5 teaspoons of yeast. So I went ahead and measured that out. And it says just stir it in. So that's what we're gonna do. Choose you a spoon. And it says set aside until yeast is dissolved about 3 minutes, which is standard. Sometimes you wait up until 5 minutes, but we're good. So I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Okay, so I just mixed together the flour, the cake mix, and the salt. I forgot to hit the record button, so I'm sorry. And then I put it in this bowl. All right, we're going to mix it with the yeast and water mixture. And it's a really good thing I got this bowl because it would not fit in any of my other bowls I have. I would have had to mix it in 2 different bowls to get this to work. Okay, and then it says when it's mixed together, it says add vanilla. So we need this is a teaspoon of vanilla. Somehow I can't read and talk at the same time. Yeah, a teaspoon of vanilla. And this already smells amazing from adding the yellow cake mix in there. So it's making me super hungry now. I can only imagine how good this is going to taste. The last cinnamon rolls I made with her were amazing, so I'm super excited about these. Okay, so then it says to knead dough in the bowl for a few minutes. So as it's coming together, let's try to scrape everything off the sides. Make it easier to clean up later. Plus, who likes wasted ingredients? It says to knead it for a few minutes. So that probably means I'm going to have to stop using the spoon at this point. And then use my hands to knead it. Oh, man. And now it's super sticky. Maybe I could have used my spoon for a little bit longer. I wish I knew if it was supposed to be this sticky. Like generally, if I saw the dough being just sticky and I'm kneading, I would be adding a little bit more flour. But I'm kind of hesitant because this is a new recipe. Should I follow my instincts and add some more flour, or should I just go with it? Ooh, does it say it's supposed to be soft? Let's turn this over and see. Okay, I'm gonna go with my instincts and just add just a little bit more flour. That's what my gut's telling me to do, so that's what I'm doing. It's way too sticky for me to work with cinnamon rolls. And if I just ruined it, I'm sorry to my future self. But I know from doing cinnamon rolls in the past that I could never have worked with cinnamon rolls that sticky, because you have to roll them out, and that just wouldn't have worked. It would have stuck to everything, and I would have been sad. I know it's still, all this is still stuck to my hands like crazy. All right, let's see if I can keep the bowl to kind of dry my hands out a little bit. I think it's still too sticky. Gosh. I did add 5 cups of flour, didn't I? Put it past me to miscount flour. And I forgot to hit record, so I can't go back in time to see if I added 5 cups of flour or not. Oh, gosh. Generally, dough should be soft and fluffy in texture. It should be like workable, unless you're trying to make a sticky dough. Some doughs are supposed to be a little bit sticky like that, but not that sticky, especially when you're trying to work with them. This is looking more right. All right. Next thing, it says cover the bowl with plastic wrap and let the dough rise for 1 hour. And then after that, it says punch the dough down and let it rise for another hour. It's still a little bit sticky, but I'm too afraid to add some more in there because for all I know, it's supposed to be sticky. All right, we're gonna do that. Cover it, let it rise for an hour, and I'll be right back with you. We've reached halfway point on this. It says to punch this down. Oh my goodness. I gotta take you in for this. Really in. Look how high this is risen. So it says to punch this down. And then after you punch it down, cover it back up and wait for another hour. It's so much fun to punch dough down. I don't know why, but it's so fun. All right, I'll be back with you after another hour. And I know it was sticky when I put it in there, but it's not so sticky anymore, so I'm not worried about it. All right, see you in an hour. It has been another hour and our cinnamon rolls have risen again. So we are now on to our fourth step. It says grease 2 9x13 baking pans or 3 cast iron 8-inch skillets. So for me, I am getting 3 of these out just in case. The last time I made cinnamon rolls, it said to do so many pans and I needed so many more. So this time I am preparing myself for any event. So I'm going to get the spray, which first I forgot to get out real quick, and spray these pans down real good. I'm gonna coat them. Take you along. I need to change my angle. Spray them down. I won't spray that one yet, just in case. Okay, so pans are greased, great. Then it says roll out dough on a floured surface into a rectangle about 1/4 inch thick. Spread dough with butter, then it's hard to read sometimes. Then sprinkle with brown sugar and cinnamon. So the amount of cinnamon we need is cinnamon to taste, okay. And then we need a 1/2 cup of butter, softened, and then 1.5 to 2 cups of brown sugar. So basically we're gonna measure with our hearts. That's always fun. Just like we would have cooked any other time in the kitchen. All right, I'm gonna bring you in so you can actually see the countertop and what I'm doing here. All right, so we're gonna put some flour down and hope for the best. I did clean my counters really good. I don't feel like I'm gonna need like a special mat or anything like that. And I'm going to reserve some flour over here just in case I need it, because you never know. All right, probably need some kind of rolling pin. Let's just go ahead and assume I need a rolling pin. Flour that baby down. Gonna need some brown sugar. Here's my butter. Probably gonna want some kind of spatula with that. I got my cinnamon open. Trying to make a mess all at one time rather than saying. All right. Let's just put some cinnamon in a bowl. Brown sugar in a bowl. Because the last thing I want is flour or something in my real brown sugar. Waste all that brown sugar. All right, we got all of our ingredients ready. We should be ready to move. All right. See how easy it is. All this dough smells amazing. I wish you could be in here with me to smell this dough. I know we hear that a lot on TV, but it does. Smells so good. See if I can get every bit off, because that's less I have to clean later anyway, unless it gets wasted. It's still pretty sticky. All right. Come on. Okay, roll into a rectangle. I'm able to pat it down even though it's sticky. I'm liking that. So 1/4 inch thick. Maybe I should get my measuring. Think I should get a ruler out? That still seems to be pretty thick. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna need a lot more flour here. Let's just go ahead, fully commit to this. Yeah, it's sticking on that side. Fully committing to flouring both sides here. It's a lot of dough. It's probably going off your view at this point. It's so much dough. Rectangle shape. It's becoming more like an oval at this point. Just make sure it's not sticking anywhere. We're gonna have a lot of cinnamon rolls. Anybody else hungry? I might have to take some to work with me tomorrow. Hope that's okay with my co-workers. Okay, so butter. All right, let's see if this is as easy as if I think this is gonna be. Oh man, this is gonna take me all day. Spread the butter out. I might even need, I don't know if I'm gonna need more butter. It says softened butter. It does not say melted. I know what everybody's thinking. If this was melted, you could have just poured this on here. That's what I'm thinking anyway. If you're not thinking that, I don't know. Can't read your mind, but that's what I'm thinking. Why can't I just melt it and pour it on there? That's what I want to do. And also, is it going to be bad if I get more butter to stick on here? Like if I run out of, didn't cover the whole area? Is it also fine if I get more butter? These were things I would ask Grandma if she were here. And I feel like she would say, if the butter doesn't cover the area, get more butter. Because she was never afraid to use more butter. Like if you need more or something, get more. I mean, the recipe already says use cinnamon to taste. Use a half cup to 2 cups of brown sugar. So you're pretty much measuring with your fillings anyway. So why not put more butter if you need it? But we'll just see if I need it first. Almost already covered all of it. Maybe I'm not going to need it. Maybe in my mind I just think you need a lot of butter. Look at that. Covers the dough. Almost there. Now my next question, how much cinnamon is too much cinnamon? What do you think? How much cinnamon is too much cinnamon for cinnamon rolls? I love cinnamon, so I'm going to put a ton of cinnamon on there because they're cinnamon rolls. Oh, it smells so good. I love cinnamon. I love how this smells. It's not like I could taste this right now to see if that's too much cinnamon. All right, I feel that's covered. All right, brown sugar time. How much brown sugar is too much?
Also, I probably will need like 4-hour naps after I eat one of these. Just because this is a lot. It's looking pretty. What do you guys think? You think that looks pretty? Or you think I should add more anything to it? All right, next step. Let's check with the directions to make sure I didn't miss anything. All right. Spread with butter, sprinkle with brown sugar and cinnamon. Check. Roll dough up jelly roll style. Cut in half lengthwise. Cut each half into 12 equal sized slices and place in prepared pans. Cover and let rise on top of stove. It's already on the stove. Perfect. Until double in size, about 20 minutes. Roll on the top. Okay. On the top of the stove until double size. While the oven preheats. Oh my gosh, poor grandma, it took 20 minutes for the oven to preheat. Wow. I feel sorry for you. My oven preheats at about 5 to 10 minutes depending on how I want it. Man, times have changed. So I'm going to have to wait like 10 minutes and then start the oven. If you have an oven that takes 25 to 30 minutes to preheat, I suggest you start it now. Oh, I better be more careful. This is getting massive. I'm almost out of counter space. This is how ridiculous this is getting. Can somebody get me a bigger counter? I'm gonna have to start doing this stuff on the table. Like seriously. It's a good thing it's a good thing I got that pan from Grandma's house, because I would have had to do this in like 2 batch sizes. I don't have a large kitchen, so I don't really have anywhere else. So I'm supposed to get 24 rolls out of all of this. Okay. Cut it in half. Alright, so then this half is supposed to get 12 rolls, so let's make that more again. So then this is supposed to get 6 rolls. So then this part is supposed to get 3 rolls. Oh, there we go, 3 rolls. And just look at how beautiful that looks on the inside. It smells amazing and it feels so soft. So, if you like cinnamon rolls, I can't tell you what they taste like yet, but these things are smelling good. Okay, so need 6 rolls here. Let's do some wild and crazy math. So each of my pans are going to have 12 rolls on them. Did anybody tell you cooking involves a lot of math? So got 1 pan. I gotta cover this, let it rise for 25 minutes. And halfway in there, turn the oven on. Okay, so I don't need 3 pans, that's good to know. for the future. All right, half again, half, and then each one gets threes, a third. 1, 2, 3. I wish I could just eat them now and tell you how good they are. Sucks I have to wait even longer. You'll get to see it faster. Magic of TV. I'll tell you that my nephew came in and he saw me filming and he said, "Oh my gosh, you're a famous YouTuber." And he was so excited. And there's no way I'm a famous YouTuber. I'll probably never be famous. I'm really just making it for my kids and my family to see my grandma's recipes and to honor my grandma in that way. But it was so adorable to see how excited he was to see someone make a YouTube video. He's only like 6, so he was just so excited. It was so cute. I feel like I had to share that with you because he was so adorable. I'm just protecting his identity, or I would have filmed him and his excitement in it. All right, so that's what it looks like. I will show you what it looks like when they come out of the oven. Be right back. Okay, I'm going to bake these in the oven for about 25 minutes or until the toothpick comes out clean, as what the direction says. They have doubled now, so they're ready to go into the oven. The oven temperature should be 350 degrees. See you when they're done. These cinnamon rolls just came out of the oven, and now I gotta test them with the toothpick. I gotta test them with the toothpick to see that they do come out clean. So they are done, and they smell delicious. They did pop up a little bit in the oven, so expect to see that they rise a little bit more in the oven, and I can't wait to eat them. They gotta cool. Now the directions say to ice them with store-bought icing that come out of the tub. I don't feel like wasting all my effort of making homemade cinnamon rolls with store-bought icing. I don't care for store-bought icing to begin with, so I found one of these recipes. That out of my grandma's cook recipe box, and this is what it says. And it says its name is this. Your guess is as good as mine. So I figured you might zoom up and help me try to read that. I think this word's either Mrs. or May. So if I'm going with Mrs., it's Mrs. Major's icing. If I'm going with May, it's May's icing. I'll just guess and just say it's Mrs. Major's icing. Who knows? But anyway, the directions say to use a half stick of butter, a fourth a teaspoon of vanilla, 3 tablespoons of milk, stir in powdered sugar. It doesn't say how much, so we're gonna guess on that one. And that's it. So we're going to guess on whether that butter is supposed to be melted or softened. I think I'm just going to soften it and see how it goes. And then I'm going to put all the ingredients in a bowl and mix it together and just keep adding powdered sugar until I think it tastes good. So come along with me and experiment for how this recipe should go. I guess that she was just writing it down quickly and didn't write down the rest of it, or that's all she needed. I don't know which one, but we're gonna find out together. All right, first off, I need a bowl for that. Half a stick of butter. Okay, I got a bowl out. Since my butter is cold, I'm gonna have to melt this or soften it. At least the half stick part is clear. I'm not guessing how much water. So I'm gonna soften that up real quick. Okay, I went a little too far. It's a little more than softened, so got my wish, it's half in between. So it's just a little bit of vanilla. You know how I feel by now about vanilla. Should hope. I just love vanilla, so just do it a little bit. It's 1/4 teaspoon. And then it's 3 tablespoons of milk. Let's see if I can do that. I'm using whipping cream because I have a lot of it left and I need to use it up. I feel like that's gonna be good. Now here's the hard part. How much powdered sugar do we actually need to use? I don't know. Wish I did. We'll just guesstimate. Trying to mix all those ingredients together just a little bit first. Alright, got powdered sugar. Ugh. Alright, can't go back now. I'm sticking a cup in. Let's see how this tastes. I mean, 1 cup. You see this? It's really nice. I love how this tastes now. I love the consistency for cinnamon rolls. This is actually looking good. My next question is that going to be enough for all of those cinnamon rolls? It does say to let cool completely before icing, but I always ice my cinnamon rolls when it's warm. Why follow the directions now, right? What's gonna happen if I do this? I mean, actually, here's the $1 million question. Which one of these do we feel we want to eat first? Because you know they all look delicious. I choose you. Middle always tastes best for some reason. Please don't be stuck to the pan. Okay, it's too hot for me to touch. All right. Ooh, it's not stuck to the pan. That's a good sign. All right, how much icing should we put on it? What is a healthy amount versus not healthy amount of icing? Because I feel like that's a small amount of icing, but at the same time, that's probably a lot. Oh, it's melting. Look at that. Look at all of that goodness. Maybe I will eat this one and wait to put icing on the rest of that, since this is a butter icing. Because then it's just going to melt down the side like that. And by the time the kids get in here, they're going to have all melted down the side. But for me, this is perfect. All right, we got to take a taste test. We cannot not see how this turned out in the middle. Middle is right where I go for. Look how soft and fluffy that is. And look, all the cinnamon layers. Oh, I bet this is gonna be amazing. I wish you could be here to taste this with me. This is so good. I'm going to have a hard time not eating 4 of these right now. That's how good this is. And the icing is very good. And you can put nuts on these if you love nuts, or just leave them plain, but this is delicious. It only took me a couple hours to make them, but they're very good. Way better than the canned pop tube cinnamon rolls. You know what I'm talking about. They are super good. And you can watch this icing melt as I'm eating this. This is probably why I said wait until it completely cools. So if you're making this at home, unless you're eating this right away, wait for it to cool before you put that icing on it. All right. I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.